The bad guy comes in many shapes and sizes, with many bad intentions. From theft and financial fraud to bodily harm and other downright evil acts, you have to be proactive in protecting yourself. These offenders are using the internet and social networks to create false identities. But just like they use the web to prowl for victims, you can use technology to identify frauds. The most brazen offenders even use their own names while luring targets. Here are 2 examples of such cases.
She was allegedly attacked by a man she met on the dating website last May, a man with a history of sex crimes.
He sent me an email, and it said that he was into golf and tennis, and he had a house in the Palisades overlooking Malibu, and he liked art and culture and travel and food. And
he sounded like the perfect match, according to this woman who we can only identify as Jane Doe. She says he felt like somebody she could trust.
I think I said we should go out again. And he said that would be great. And he said he would like to call me this week and set something up.
And he did, a dinner date later that week that turned into a nightmare after he dropped her off at home and then followed her into her apartment.
He went straight into the bathroom when he came in my place. And I sat down on the couch and waited for him, and I didn't know why he ran to the bathroom, but that's what he did. And then he came out of the bathroom and he jumped me. And then forced me to have oral sex, and then he left.
She says later she went online and found out the suspect, Alan Paul Wurtzel, has a history of sexual battery. The suspect, Alan Wurtzel, is now awaiting trial on felony charges of sexual battery. His attorney told Eyewitness News that it was a consensual encounter between 2 adults. Jane Doe, meanwhile, says she is still embarrassed by what happened last year and will be more cautious if she decides to try internet dating again.
Okay, now tell us again. So you were 5 times you saw him or something in 8 days, and when did it go bad? What happened? What red flags did you see, and when did this get so crazy?
The red flags I saw was just a controlling, obsessive, looking at my phone, wanting to know who was calling me, just, not agreeing with a friend of mine that was having a fierce conversation with me, and just something that I felt like I was not interested in creating a relationship with this person. And I basically said, hey, we just need to take a break. This isn't working. And he did not like that, sent some very harassing, disturbing texts back and forth, saying that I was taking my friends over him, and they were just disarming. They weren't violent. They were just very derogatory. And so I stopped interacting with him because it was a lose-lose for me to interact with him. So he would text me a text, and I would show it to my friends and cry, and then I would just ignore it. And that barrage of texts went on for 3 days, and until he just finally stopped because I wasn't responding back to him.
And then what, he stalked you and just attacked you in your garage or something?
Yes, he broke into my garage and waited for over 2 hours for me to get home that evening, and had bought a butcher knife at the store around from my house. And basically, he startled me when I went into my courtyard, so I backed back out into my driveway, and that's where he then started stabbing me with a total of 10 times before the knife broke, and then again stomping on my head.
Watching those clips begs the question, who can I trust? And more importantly, how can I trust someone I met online? The answer is simple: send them to us. With Verified and Single, you can have a thorough and accurate background check that searches all criminal records and sex offender registries. You can even verify credit scores, education, and employment history. To learn more about identity verification and safe dating, visit verifiedandsingle.com.